friends, welcome back. I'm so glad you're all here. Hey, did you bring your imaginations? I hope so, because this is the imagination station. If you didn't, my friend Howler here has a great way to speed up his imagination. He likes to howl at the moon to get his creative thoughts going. Now, your mom and dad might not appreciate you howling at the moon, but we're going to howl at the moon to kick in our imaginations right now. Ready? Howl! Is that what a coyote sounds like? Howl! All right. Got our imaginations going. Now you need to be quiet. Now you need to use your ears. Sit down real still. I have a question for you, just like every day. So we're going to stand up for if you vote for A, or sit down if you think the answer is B. Okay? You ready? Imagine that you are lost in the desert. You can't see anybody, anywhere that you're going. And you didn't bring your water bottle with you. Oh my goodness, you're getting so thirsty. It's so hot. Ugh, your tongue is getting sticky. It's so hot. Ugh. Oh. But then you see a cactus. Look at this. You see a cactus that looks like this. Do you think that you could cut or break into this cactus and drink the water that's in it? It's kind of like cactus juice. Not really water, it looks like water. Do you think you could drink that? If you think yes, do you think you can drink from a cactus? Stand up. If you think, I don't really think so. I don't think that you can do that. Then you stay sitting down, okay? Up for yes, down for no. Can you drink the water or cactus juice? The answer is both. Well, not really. Yeah, you can break off part of the cactus. You can have a little drink of what's inside. Oh, it'd be so good on your fat, sticky tongue. Oh, it'd feel so nice and wet. But then it would make you sick. So you can drink it, but I wouldn't recommend it. How's that? So the next time you're lost in the desert, make sure you have your water bottle with you. Today, we're talking about God is in charge. Awesome God. He is in charge. He's in charge of everything. So sometimes we talk about power and charge is kind of the same thing. Like I need to power up my cell phone, or I can get some charge for my cell phone. So God is in charge. Awesome God. But in this case, we're going to be using power and charge, kind of the same idea, okay? That makes me think about the fact that he has power over everything that happens. Everything. Everything that happens. So we're going to play around with our power today. We have lots of sources of power. I could turn on a lamp or a fan. I got this really handy dandy steamer here. And the way it's making water into steam is because I plugged it in. So that's power. I got the power to make the water into steam from plugging it in. I get the power for my handy dandy lantern. I can turn it on all different kind of ways, really. Turn it on by batteries. So if I open it up here, you can see the batteries in there if I could open it up. All right, so that's battery power. There's solar power. We see that a lot with people with those big panels on their roofs of their houses. There's solar power, and you can have solar power on those cute little flowers you get at the Dollar Tree, and they wiggle their little heads when they're in the window, right? That's solar power. That's power from the sun. The wind is also energy. And we're getting to use that more and more. We have big windmills, and they even have windmill farms where they generate lots of energy for an entire city. I have an example of wind here. So I blew up this balloon a few minutes ago with my personal wind. All right. And now I can rub it in my hair a little. And now I have static energy. I have staticky hair too. And look at this. I can make my pop can move around. Does it need more static? My hair doesn't need more static. Maybe my balloon needs more static, huh? There we go. See how I can make it move? I didn't even touch it. Whoa! Okay. Static electricity. Now Miss Joanne's got to do something about the static electricity over here. Woo! All right, and then we have wind power too. So if I put this pop can down, I filled up my balloon, and the power of blowing it up with my wind also stretched out the balloon, right? That used some force. Now I'm trying to untie my knot. There we go. And I'm going to use the power in my balloon to blow my pop can. That was way easier than using the static, wasn't it? All right. So that's power. We have several sources of power that we as people use. God gave us lots of sources of energy. And when it comes to moving objects, science talks about two kinds of energy. We have potential and we have kinetic. This ball is going to help me example those to you. Okay? Kinetic energy is the energy that an object has because it is moving. So as the ball is falling, it's creating energy due to the fact that it's falling. That's causing it energy to fall. Potential energy is energy that is stored in the object ready to be used. When the ball hits the ground, that stored up energy is enough to push it back up into my hand. Okay? So it's kinetic, it's getting energy as it's falling, and when it touches, it has potential energy, and that's what causes it to go back up. Kinetic, potential. There we go. Here's another example of kinetic energy. Like going down my slope here, it's going to get faster the farther down it goes. Again, it's another form of energy. Because if this was a really, really heavy ball, you would notice the effects of the energy if it made a big dent or a hole in my cardboard here. Right? That's how much energy it could have. Like a boulder falling off of a mountain. The boulder on the top of the mountain, yeah, not doing too much. But the farther down the mountain it gets, the more destructive it is when it hits the bottom. Today, we also have another example of energy. Here's my coyote here. Ready? And Howell can run very fast. And he's got this cruiser that he really likes. Put him on the table. I'm going to pull him back just a little bit because he's got so much energy. I'm going to pull him back. And then there he goes. Look at that. I only pulled him back this much. But look how far he went. He went a lot farther than the energy that it took to pull him back. Let's experiment with him for a while. Let's put him on some different things that are in your room and see how they go. Your leader should be able to find some sandpaper in your room. Or we can have some towels in your room. Pull back our coyote and see how he... Wait. He's not working. Well, I pull it back. I can hear it. He's not going anywhere. Well, he spins when I pick him up, though. Why do you suppose he doesn't go forward? I got another science-y word for you. Friction. The different things have a different amount of friction. And the friction of that towel kept my coyote from going. The coyote stores up potential energy when I wind him up and pull him back. And that potential energy gets used when he goes that way. All right? What if he has something in his way? Ooh, he's a crazy man. He like bounced and went every which crazy direction, didn't he? What if it's something big and heavy? Like my big backpack here, my big camping backpack. Now what's going to happen? Oh, he's not going anywhere now, is he? He's got an obstacle in his way. Did you know that his power is limited to how much he can move? If it's not such a big deal, like a light empty pop can, he can move and get around it. But if it's a big deal, he can't get around it. Like this backpack is too big for him. Did you know that God is in charge? Awesome God. God is in charge. He's in charge of everything. And as we learned before, he is everywhere and he has unlimited power. And now he doesn't get obstacles in his way that stop him. There's no friction, no obstacles, no end to what God can do because he's all powerful and he is all in charge. I want you guys to think about that as we use our little lesson here of the coyote who can't move a backpack, but yet we have a God who can move any obstacle out of your way or help you do anything that you need to do because our God is that powerful. God is in charge. Take your coyote guy, put him in your baggie. Make sure your name's on your bag. And here's Howler. Here's our Howler for the day. And Howler has some words of wisdom on the bottom of him. It's Psalms 147:5. How great is our Lord. His power is absolute. How great is our Lord. His power is absolute. It means he has more power than absolutely everything else. Put him in your bag. Zip it shut. Take it home. Tell mom and dad, brothers, sisters, next door neighbor, all about how God has all the power to do everything that he wants to do. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.